Hello, kings and queens. Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers and broadcaster of astrology. If you're looking for your horoscope, you've come to the right place. Click the down bar or the comment section, find your zodiac sign, and click that number next to your zodiac sign. That timestamp will take you directly to the point in the video that is important for you. Hello, kings and queens. Taronic here with your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday astrology. Don't forget that anyone leaving a review for my newest psychological thriller, Deadliest Intuition, will be entered into the raffle to receive one of 3 cash gift cards that will be given away at the end of the month. In addition to that, I am also going to be gifting several readers a few reads from our spotlight for the month of January, who happens to be none other than the illustrious Nico Michelle. She is an associate producer, ghost writer, and author. So definitely check out her novels, Endgame, or even Pose. Her newest novel, Jilted, will be coming out in June under Urban Books. So be sure to pick that up whenever it releases. On Friday, you can check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It is an open forum where you can, if you want to participate as an artist, you would have to contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of I See You Reading and Chatting Book Club. But they are open to allowing artists to participate and display their craft, definitely, by putting out one of those freestyle stories. If you love a good review, don't hesitate to check out Robert's Reading Room and Reviews on Facebook as well as on YouTube. If you check out Robert's page on YouTube, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you like the video. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign people. Taronic here with your horoscopes for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, on Thursday, the 13th, the sun is in Capricorn at 23 degrees, and it's a great day to work on your craft, your product. You could be also attracting new friends, just for being real, or even because of you working on your craft or your product, because this is your area of public image, especially if you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees. Now, around 6 p.m., like later in the evening, the moon in Gemini at 10 degrees is going to trine Mercury in Aquarius at 10 degrees. So a blessing could be communicated to you regarding your skills or goals you're trying to accomplish. You might be taking a drive to see family or traveling with family or even friends, because communicating with friends is very possible. Aquarius is your area of friends and high hopes and things like that. Gemini is your area of communication, siblings, short distance travel, your networks of people. So you could be communicating with a lot of people around you, or even taking short trips. If you are, take it easy and stay calm, because you might, get into a little argument while you're writing, simply because Mercury in Aquarius at 10 degrees is also going to be opposing Uranus and Taurus. So you could have an argument, a sudden argument with someone about resources. Just differing opinions about resources or money. You can get into an argument over money with your friends, with your, partner or something like that. So, it can happen. You also, for those who aren't fighting over money, you could be making a short trip to, no, I don't want to say that. Never mind. I won't say that because this is sudden. So, yeah, so just watch out for arguments, especially if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of that Aquarius or Taurus, even Gemini, okay? Now, on Friday, the sun, now let me go back and clarify. There is going to be blessings coming into you around 6 o'clock where, you might be going for a drive or hanging out with friends or something like that. Some of you might even want to go hang out with your friends and get into an argument with their significant other because they're like, what, you always spending too much money, blah, blah, blah. It just depends. You just, it can get iffy. So just be mindful of that. Now on Friday, the sun is in Capricorn at 24 degrees, and it's a great day to hone your skills. Just don't let it get you grumpy, especially if people are getting in your way and, you can't complete what you're trying to complete because you got a lot of communication coming in. People want you to do this. People want you to do that. Your success, in career or work can be short-lived, but don't quit because true success takes time. If you have placements between 21 and 27 degrees of Capricorn, this is definitely aspecting you. If you have placements between 21 and 27 degrees of, I'd say, Libra as well, because that's your area of relationships and it squares that area. It also squares Aries, but your sign is okay because you have healing there. I would more so pay attention to siblings, communicating with people in your networks of people. Some of your relationships, you could get into tiffs with them. So check to see if you have those placements and those signs between 21 and 27 degrees, and you already know to watch out for the melee. Now, in addition to that, on Friday, because this angle is squaring both angles of travel, when you're driving around, be very mindful of paying attention because you don't want to get into an accident. Check your chart to see if you have those placements between, I'd say, 19 to 25 degrees. 19 to 25 degrees of Gemini or Sagittarius, even Virgo. Okay? Because, it can get crazy. Now, the moon in Gemini at 22 degrees is going to oppose Mars and Sagittarius at 22 degrees while it's making a fated aspect to Juno and Capricorn. So you can have challenges with a commitment. In career. This can also be challenges with your partnerships, your marriage. If you're trying to overcome issues, whether personal or interpersonal, whether you're trying to overcome issues with communication, travel, things like that, arguments. You just want to be mindful of that. You also could be looking at your networks of people and discerning who your real friends are. Okay, don't keep helping ungrateful people because much of the time you're dealing with, passive aggressive people, jealousy, people that are self-centered, that they're causing you problems in the background, but they, still want you to help them. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of watching out for that, especially in home and family, because home and family is where the full moon is culminating. So a lot of your partnerships at work and even, I'd say, a lot of your partners, it don't necessarily have to be at work, but it can be. But a lot of your partnerships in general, especially in career, and even in home and family behind the scenes, you could be finding things out about them. So don't, if you find out your cousin been talking crap about you, stop helping her or stop helping them, let them figure out what it's like without your assistance. Okay. Partnerships require work though, the ones you do want to work on. Now, the same day on the 14th, Mercury is going to go retrograde in Aquarius at 10 degrees. So the people with placements between 7 and 13 degrees, you're going to feel this off rip. Okay, you could be feeling it already anyway, just because we're already in the shadow period. But you might need to brush up your old skills. Past communication could come in. Past arguments could pop up. Dropping the ego and learning from the past furthers healthy communication. Okay. Now on January the 14th, Ceres is going to go direct at the same time at 27 degrees Taurus. So this is about you nurturing your money and your resources, your skills, your worth. Okay. The point is to increase your worth here. Okay, so if you have placements between 24 and 29 degrees of Taurus, make sure you are really working hard on nurturing your money and your resources and figuring out how you can bring that in. You're going to be doing it anyway, but just commit to it. But try not to make impulsive decisions because it could lead to financial failure or ruin. In fact, on on Friday, you might be trying to rectify that. You might be working on something so you can bring in some money. Now on Saturday, the 15th, the sun is in Capricorn at 25 degrees. And this is where the energies are calming, rewarding. You might even find yourself proud of all you've accomplished in career or whatever it is you master. You know, if you're working up, you've been working on your craft. The moon is going to move into home and family, your sector of Cancer. You know, so that's going to be on the mind. Home and family is going to be on the mind. The moon around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer is going to trine Jupiter in Pisces. So that area of home and family for you is going to garner some type of lucky opportunity behind the scenes, either for you to heal, for you to gain some closure, maybe for you to work in your solitude on a project that's going to bring you luck. But if you have placements between 0 and 6 degrees of Cancer and Pisces, this is aspecting you with some type of lucky blessing or assistance. Even where love has been plagued with hardships, you could have renewed passion come in. But it's going to take discipline, whether you're working on love or whether you're working on projects, okay? Let's get into the cards and see what we have for you, what you're going to be dealing with. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. Try not to be too stuck up in your head. You know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, distant in your thoughts, which can make you kind of, emotionally unavailable, or you might be trying to gain some type of emotional balance, you know, so it might make you, you know, kind of lost in your thoughts. Okay. Let's see what this Empress card is about. Oh, we got the Empress card. That's a good omen for good relationships. Abundance, fertility. It's also a staple for just mother figure in general. Now, something is coming in from the past. Maybe even a past friendship is aspecting. Maybe this is even with a child, maybe. All right, there's some type of judgment being made. You're judging somebody because you don't trust something. You don't trust maybe this relationship from the past. It might even, hopefully this is not a child that you don't trust, or a mother figure around you that you don't trust. But a judgment is definitely being made because you don't trust somebody. And you've been trying to, it could be either a romantic partner because the Leo card came out. So you're either trying to persevere through this, or this is the area of Leo, which is a romantic partner, someone within a creative endeavor, or a child, where you're trying to submit yourself at the top of a hill, you know, and maybe give somebody a second chance. Okay, but you're contemplating it. All right, you're contemplating, should I give something a second chance? Okay. Yeah. All right, what else are we looking at for Aries for this week? For Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And because it looks like you're in a state of contemplation. And remember what I said, don't be too lost and distant in your thoughts, to where you seem emotionally unavailable to those, you know, around you, especially in home and family. It looks like you're choosing to stay out of conflict so that you can move forward, though. It looks like you're contemplating, you know what, I'm just going to stay out of these conflicts because you know you can't move forward if you get into conflicts. If you delve into anything where you are allowing it to blemish your integrity, or you could be questioned, it's going to stop you from, I just got the 3 of wands upside down. It's going to stop you from moving forward. And you're going to experience delays. Maybe even obstacles, especially misunderstandings between groups of people, like 3 or more. All right, don't get into it because and Mercury is going retrograde. You're gonna be feeling extra crunchy. So just be mindful of that. It looks like if you do, you might be seeing some type of win or victory with a message coming in about some type of money, job, or the manifestation. Yeah, some money or a job. If you do, don't overspend just because you know you got some money coming in. It might be through your children or because of your children, or it might just be something that is quite abundant, you know, aspecting for you that you can get word about. Okay, let's see what your what else you're going to be dealing with from the Fairy Oracle deck. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. Okay. Okay, we got 2 so far. Release. Let go of the past. An ending that makes for new opportunities. It's time for you to move on from something. Maybe these conflicts. Don't let them drag you into anything. Follow your passion, whether it's, home and family, people in home and family, or people in career. Don't let them drag you into something that's going to diminish your character. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. You could also be compensated for your creative ideas. Oh, for some of you, yeah, maybe that's what that Page of Pentacles is about. Yep. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause could also come about. Let's see what your most likely outcomes are for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's get you Thursday, Friday, Saturday most likely outcomes. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. Show me what I need to see for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. Oh, wow. All 3 of those came out. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Just needing a little push to get going. A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Also, seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. You may have the need to act quickly or decisively because of unexpected changes, okay? And unexpected communication can come your way, especially with that clash with Aquarius and Taurus, okay? And it could be a blast from the past, okay? So let's see let's get 1 angel card. Well, let's get 2. Because 1 just flew out, but I want to, okay. All right, we'll get 2. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of abundance. Borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. Sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. That's wonderful. But beware of unfounded fear or expecting the worst, okay? Because if you do that, you could create self-fulfilling prophecies, all right? Don't allow worry to grow out of proportion to the situation. Okay, this also could be, if you're not a man, this could be a man around you at night, kind of, you could see in his thoughts, he's kind of worried, and it's probably, maybe about some finances or something like that, okay? Refocus your thoughts, encourage that person to refocus their thoughts, and make sure you're getting enough sleep because, you're going to need sleep. God bless you, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye now. Hello, kings and queens. Taronic here with your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday astrology. Don't forget that anyone leaving a review for my newest psychological thriller, Deadliest Intuition, will be entered into the raffle to receive 1 of 3 cash gift cards that will be given away at the end of the month. In addition to that, I am also going to be gifting several readers a few reads from our spotlight for the month of January, who happens to be none other than the illustrious Nico Michelle. She is an associate producer, ghost writer, and author. So definitely check out her novels, Endgame, or even Pose. Her newest novel, Jilted, will be coming out in June under Urban Books. So be sure to pick that up whenever it releases. On Friday, you can check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It is an open forum where you can, if you want to participate as an artist, you would have to contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of ICU Reading and Chatting Book Club. But they are open to allowing artists to participate and display their craft, definitely, by putting out one of those freestyle stories. If you love a good review, don't hesitate to check out Robert's Reading Room and Reviews on Facebook as well as on YouTube. If you check out Robert's page on YouTube, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you like the video. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign people. Taronic here with your Thursday, Friday, Saturday astrology. All right, so let's get into it. On Thursday, the sun is in Capricorn at 23 degrees. Remember, this is your sector of work, health, daily routines, where you are of service to other people. It's a great day to work on your craft, especially if you're, creating products. You can also be attracting new friends, just for being real, Now, if you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees, yes, I definitely say it's a great day to be working on your craft. And if you have placements between Taurus and Virgo, or placements in Taurus and Virgo between that 20 to 26 degrees, you could even be gathering resources as well on that day. And some of those resources can be new friends that are beneficial to you. Now, around 6 p.m. on Thursday, the moon in Gemini at 10 degrees is going to trine Mercury in Aquarius. So a blessing communicated to you, which could be regarding your skills, your goals, can come your way. You might feel like taking a drive with family or to see family, like a short trip. If you are driving around with family during your daily routines, make sure you keep it harmonious. Gemini is your area of friends, goals, and social groups. So this blessing is coming into you through a friend, or maybe it's one of your goals. Maybe traveling is one of your goals, and maybe you communicate that to one of your partnerships. And that's the goal you accomplish, getting out with one of them. It could be something as easy as that, because it's a really harmonious day. Okay. Take it easy on that day. Stay calm, cool, and collected if you are riding around with others who might want to start arguments. And I say that because, first of all, this is applying to those with placements between 7 and 13 degrees of Gemini or Aquarius. But anyway, I say this because the planet Mercury in Aquarius at 10 degrees is at the same time going to be squaring Uranus and Taurus. Okay, so with it squaring your career, one of your career partnerships, or even one of your partnerships, in life in general, could be like wanting to argue with you, wanting to have some type of disputes, whether it's arguing about money, resources, whatever the case may be. So try to be cool, especially if you're out on the road. Check your chart to see if you have placements between that 7 and 13 degrees of Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, or Gemini. Now on Friday, the sun is in Capricorn at 24 degrees, and it's a great day to hone your skills. Just don't let you working so hard get you grumpy, or you working so hard and people bugging you during your daily routines kind of getting in your way of doing what you need to do. Don't let it get you grumpy. Okay. The success you have on that day could be short-lived, but don't quit, because true success takes time. All right. But like I said, it might be short-lived because you might have those clashes with communication and things like that. So, it could definitely get on your nerves, especially if you have placements between that 21 and 27 degrees of Capricorn, or even Libra. Or even Libra. Maybe even Cancer, because that's in the background. Like if you find something out somebody said about you and it kind of ticks you off and makes you grumpy for the rest of the day, just be mindful of that. The full moon is getting closer, so we're getting more and more into those energies of things being revealed behind the scenes for you. Now, because this area squares both angles of travel for you, you're going to want to be very, very mindful during travel so that you don't get into any accidents, okay? The moon in Gemini at 22 degrees will oppose Let's see. Sagittarius? Yeah, will oppose Mars and Sagittarius. Okay, while it's making a fated aspect to Juno at 22 degrees. So, challenges with a commitment could surface. This can also be partners and marriages trying to overcome issues, whether personal or interpersonal, whether it's with communication, whether it's you just trying to accomplish your goals with regarding a creative endeavor or with a romantic partner or even with a child. You know, you could have those issues. You know, you could have some issues there that you need to sort out. You also could be discerning who your real friends are, you know, at work or during your daily routines, you know, seeing how people are acting. You could be really like figuring out who's there for you, who's not for you. Okay. So don't keep helping ungrateful people. All right. Much of the time, you could be dealing with jealousy, you know, on this day on Friday, self-centered people who don't appreciate you helping them out. And if they don't appreciate it, stop helping them. It is what it is. Sometimes you have to pull your energy back. When you pour so much into people and you help them and help them and help them, and then they like, you know, either don't appreciate it or stab you in the back, and then they come back around trying to get that, you know, help from you again. No, it don't work like that. Don't keep giving people your energy because they should have appreciated it when you were giving it to them in the first place. Okay, so you got to be mindful of that. Also, some of your partnerships are going to require work simply because the full moon is in Cancer and it squares Libra. It directly aspects Capricorn. Okay, so your partnerships at work, during your daily routines, maybe even some of you even have siblings that you're having communication issues with. You're finding out people are talking behind your back, plotting on you, just all kinds of stuff with this full moon in Cancer. Because although Cancer is a different area for everybody, it's really for all of us collectively the area of home and family. So a lot of people are finding out things, you know, about people in home and family, what they've been doing to them or saying about them and things like that. But don't trip, you know, it is what it is. You know what's up. Once you find out, move accordingly. Now, also on the 14th, Mercury is going retrograde in Aquarius at 10 degrees. So communication from the past could chime in. You could need to brush up some old skills or old works. Dropping the ego and learning from past mistakes furthers healthy communication. Just so you know, those with placements between 7 and 13 degrees are going to feel this shift right away. Okay, but this is where even old arguments from the past could surface. Those same old people that were trying to hate on you before are going to start trying to hate on you again. You know, different stuff like that is coming back into the fold. Focus on getting work done. Okay, don't focus on the arguments and things because that's just going to stagnate your progress and they're not worth it anyway. Now also on January 14th, Ceres goes direct in Taurus. So this is about you nurturing your area of career. It's going direct at 27 degrees. So those with placements between 24 and 29 degrees, you're going to feel this, you know, right off rip. Okay. This is where you want to nurture your skills, your worth, to build your worth. You also want to nurture what it is you do to make money. Okay, so that you can increase your worth. That's the objective here with Ceres going direct. You're trying to increase your worth. For you, this is your area of career. So this is in career. Okay, or however you make money, whatever it is you master. Any placements in, I would say, Virgo or Capricorn, that's where you're going to get your blessing. So if you nurture career or whatever it is you master, you will make money. You will garner finances during your daily routines. Okay, so that's a good thing. Now, as far as assistance and opportunities, if you're nurturing, you know, career or whatever it is you master, you will have opportunities behind the scenes to garner shared finances. For those of you who are working on, you know, the things you master, you could have assistance with things that you're passionate about. So there's a possibility to have the endings and new beginnings that you want to create. Now let's see. Oh, also on Friday, try not to make impulsive decisions because it can lead to financial failure or ruin. In fact, that day on Friday could be a day where you're actually trying to rectify some type of financial issues. Now, on Saturday, the sun is in Capricorn at 25 degrees. The energies are calming and rewarding. You might even find yourself proud of all you've accomplished that week in the area of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. The moon moves into Cancer, your sector of home and family. More well, our collective sector of home and family. More importantly for you, behind the scenes with secrets, sacrifice, and solitude. So that's the focus. Secrets going around in home and family. The healing you're trying to garner in home and family, and things like that. Some of you might want to just stay in your solitude as well. Now around 6 o'clock in the let me say this is for placements. This is mostly affecting placements between 22 and 28 degrees. Okay, now around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer will trine Jupiter in Pisces at 3 degrees. So a lucky blessing, which could come in the form of assistance and opportunities, could rush in. All right, also where love has been plagued with hardships, you can have a renewed passion, but you'll need to be disciplined, to bring that in. Okay, this is assistance for you. This is help. You're getting that help being ushered in to help you in love. Now Pisces is your area of shared finances, endings, new beginnings, and things you're passionate about. So because that's your area of shared finances, with luck behind the scenes, you could have some shared finances come in. You could have good luck with sex and intimacy with your partner. Like I was saying, the endings and new beginnings that you want to create could also come about if you have placements between 0 and 6 degrees of Cancer or Pisces. All right. So let's get into your cards and see what you're dealing with this week. Oh, wow, that turned right over. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. You could find yourself being a little too fanciful as to your choices. You could also be a little confused about what to work on, because you might have a few projects on the table and you're trying to make the best choice. What will be the most rewarding for you? Because not everything is going to give you, what you want. So you're going to want to be mindful of choosing wisely, okay? Operating strategically, even though that the strategic card didn't come out, but you already know if you got to make choices, you need to, be strategic as you operate. Now, because you're going to be confused and, thinking kind of fancifully, it could put you in a self-imposed imprisonment, especially if it's confused about what to do. You could just be kind of stuck like, okay, what do I want to work on? Don't allow yourself to be in that self-imposed imprisonment. You want to get out of that so that you can progress forward, okay? And be able to bring in finances where you've been having, where it's been kind of iffy. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at your investments. Look at what would be the best investment for you. It looks like that's what you're doing this Thursday, Friday, Saturday anyway. Make sure that you're communicating. Make sure that you are operating in a state of manifesting. Because if you do, that is what is going to make your dreams come true. That is what is going to push you forward, okay, as a leader in your field, okay? Even assist you with getting over the hump, like if you feel like you're going through a test of faith and things like that, and you're having to sustain over a long stretch of time, it's time for you to start being a little more strategic as to how to operate, even at home and family. Okay, if people are doing things to you, even at home and family, you want to be a little more strategic. Don't let anybody, get you out of your square. It's not even worth it. It's going to be conflicts. If you get into these conflicts and you decide not to stay out of it, That's going to flip the Wheel of Fortune upside down, because that's what just came out, the Wheel of Fortune, and it came out upside down. So that means you'll feel some type of negativity or downturn of luck if you decide to delve into these conflicts, or if you decide to feed into any of the issues or gossip going around. If you feed into any of the issues or gossip going around, and you tarnish your integrity, you're going to really be messed up. That's not what you want to do, especially with Mercury going retrograde. People are waiting to pounce. So stay out of those conflicts. That's going to be very, very important for you. Let's see what you're going to be dealing with otherwise this week. Okay, I'm going to get 3 cards of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on from something. You're going to be choosing to make some major life changes, okay? All right, what else are you going to be dealing with this week? Get advice from someone professional and objective. You also might need to practice public speaking for some of you, but you need to talk to somebody who's more emotional, who's more unemotional and experienced, okay? Somebody who is not going to flip out at any little thing, okay? Because they can give you objective advice. Also, trust your intuition and take careful reflection before moving forward and taking action. Watch what's going on around you. Watch the people around you, what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're acting, okay? Because that's going to let you know how you need to move forward, okay? You will also have insights that come through meditation. Let's see what your most likely outcomes are for, okay? Your first card is, it's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. That's one of your most likely outcomes. So you will be working, you know, on your craft this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is good. So make sure you're not holding yourself in that self-imposed imprisonment. And you could even be holding yourself back from this certain project that you know you need to be working on because you're scared to ascend and to move forward, because you know you have to put more energy in it. You have to dedicate yourself to it. You have to put more effort into it. You might have to study. Okay? Don't hold yourself back, because you holding yourself back could be detrimental. You know, you could be your own demise. Manage your resources wisely, though. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Okay, that's important. You got that 2 of Pentacles that came out too. Even if you're helping out those who less fortunate, you can't help people if you can't help yourself. So please be mindful of how much you are giving. Okay, and yeah, mind your spending. Okay, so let's see. The next card we have is information that can help you, but it might be difficult to hear. I think I'm already giving you that. Speaking the truth with kindness. If you're giving somebody some advice, make sure you speak with kindness, okay? Constructive criticism. And somebody also might be doing that to you, whether it's a child or an adult. This is how you need to make sure you move forward. Let's get 1 card of advice from the Angel Oracle deck. Anything that I may have left out that's pertinent to you. The end of challenging times is coming in. Things are looking up. You're going to have something comes in that's a welcome relief and put you in a peaceful place. You could actually be going through the end of a depression or ending an illness and finally being able to travel. Some of you are even relocating. God bless you, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye now. Hello, kings and queens. Taronic here with your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday astrology. Don't forget that anyone leaving a review for my newest psychological thriller, Deadliest Intuition, will be entered into the raffle to receive 1 of 3 cash gift cards that will be given away at the end of the month. In addition to that, I am also going to be gifting several readers a few reads from our spotlight for the month of January, who happens to be none other than the illustrious Nico Michelle. She is an associate producer, ghost writer, and author. So definitely check out her novels, Endgame, or even Pose. Her newest novel, Jilted, will be coming out in June under Urban Books. So be sure to pick that up whenever it releases. On Friday, you can check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It is an open forum where you can, well, if you want to participate as an artist, you would have to contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of ICU Reading and Chatting Book Club. But they are open to allowing artists to participate and display their craft, definitely, by putting out one of those freestyle stories. If you love a good review, don't hesitate to check out Robert's Reading Room and Reviews on Facebook as well as on YouTube. If you check out Robert's page on YouTube, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you like the video. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign people. Taronic here with your astrology and horoscope for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So let's get into Thursday. The sun is in Capricorn at 23 degrees. It's a great day to work on your craft, especially if you, have a product, okay? You could be also bringing in new friends because of it, or simply just because, people see you as real. Now, this is your area of money and resources, okay? So that being said, if you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees of Capricorn, you could definitely be generating some type of extra worth by bringing in those new friends. Now, around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Gemini is going to trine Mercury in Aquarius. That's communication and skills. This is bringing in some type of blessing to you. Okay, maybe it is through a sibling. Maybe you get this blessing through your neighbors, short distance travel. Either way, one of your relationships is communicating a blessing to you. Okay, maybe even taking a short trip with someone is the goal, is the blessing. But if it is, make sure that you take it easy and stay cool, calm, and collected. Because while you are, communicating with people, Mercury in Aquarius is going to square Uranus and Taurus at 10 degrees. So if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of Gemini, Aquarius, or even Taurus, you want to be watching out for this, okay? Putting energy into or having challenges with communication could be very possible. Disputes about worth or money, even resources, is very possible. And it could be shocking, because this is something sudden happening to you with this clash, and it's happening during work, health, your daily routines, or where you are of service to others. So you could get shocking communication about your health, a neighbor's health, a sibling's health, that surprises you. You could get shocking information about somebody at work, in general, or somebody that you see during your daily routines, or a neighbor even, okay? Even where you are of service to other people, you could have an argument about, money or resources or some type of disputes. So just be mindful of that and try not to flip out. Now, on Friday, the sun is in Capricorn at 24 degrees, and that's a great day to hone your skills. Just don't let it, make you grumpy. Like, sometimes when you're working so hard and then you got people bothering you, wanting to talk to you, and you're really trying to just get done what you have to get done, you could have some issues. If money is kind of funny, don't let it get you grumpy. It's just is what it is, and because success can be short-lived on this day, you might make some money and then it's just gone like that in a flash. Okay, true success takes time. Remember that. If you have placements between 21 and 27 degrees, this is definitely aspecting you. Now, because this next transit, it is aspecting both areas of travel. If you're driving around on Friday and you have placements between 19 and 25 degrees, be very, very careful, of travel, In addition to that, be very, very careful of your relationships and what you say to people near and far. Like, watch your mouth, because, you could have people in career, or even at home and family that you have these arguments, these clashes with. You could find yourself having issues with partners and marriages, whether personal or interpersonal, simply because the moon in Gemini is opposing Mars in your sign. So this is challenges to how you're seen within partnerships, especially with the aspect to Juno and Capricorn. If you have placements between 19 and 25 degrees of Gemini, Sagittarius, and Capricorn in your chart, you want to watch out for this. And you really could be actually discerning who your real friends are, looking around at your networks of people and figuring out who's for you and who's not. Stop helping people who aren't appreciative. If they're unappreciative of you, then let them find help somewhere else, because much of the time you might be dealing with people who are passive aggressive, jealous, self-centered, trying to cause challenges for you, you know. So just be mindful of that. The full moon is coming up in a few days, and it's already radiating. It's in your sector of shared finances, endings, new beginnings, things you're passionate about. Okay, so because that full moon is there, you're going to have clashes and things coming to the fore in the area of friends, goals, and social groups. You might have to put a lot of energy into accomplishing your goals. You might have arguments or issues with shared finances with your friends, or clashes with things you're passionate about within social groups. You could also have issues and have to pay out money for a romantic partner, a creative project, or even a child. You might have to spend some shared finances, okay, because of this full moon. Now Chiron is in Aries, so it is bringing in healing, so money is still going to come into you, but just be mindful of how you're spending, okay? Now, on the 14th, also, Mercury is going retrograde at the same time. So that communication that's coming in, that's friction, could be an argument you've already had, or it just could be a blast from the past. Okay, communication from the past is going to chime in. You might need to brush up some old skills or works. Dropping the ego and learning from the past mistakes furthers healthy communication. So look to see if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of I'd say Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, because those are areas that could bring in friction for you, things behind the scenes, travel near and far, communicating with your neighbors, your siblings, people in your networks of people at work. You could have those clashes with Mercury going retrograde. Okay, now also on January, Ceres is going to go direct in Taurus. So this is your area of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. This is where you want to come back out and you want to start nurturing people, your daily routines, nurturing work, nurturing your health. Okay, so don't overdo it, because you still want to be able to attend to your deeper needs. But if you have placements between 24 and 29 degrees of Taurus, you're going to feel this right off rip, where you're instantly trying to increase your worth, your money, and your skills all around. Now, just make sure that you don't make any impulsive decisions, because it can lead to financial failure or ruin. In fact, this can be a day that you're trying to rectify that. On Friday, you might be trying to rectify something where you lost a resource, or you're trying to gain some money back. So just be mindful of that. On Saturday, the sun is in Capricorn at 25 degrees. This is where the energies are calming and rewarding on this day. You could find yourself even proud of all that you've accomplished in the area of money and resources on Saturday, especially if you have placements between 22 and 28 degrees of Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Now, around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a blessing is going to come in the form of some type of opportunity or assistance, because Jupiter in Pisces is going to trine the moon in Cancer at 3 degrees. So if you have placements between 0 and 6 degrees of Cancer or Pisces, this is some luck coming into you from home and family, or through home and family. Most likely it's either sex and intimacy ramping up in your relationship, or shared finances coming into you, allowing you to have the endings and new beginnings that you want to have. You could also have a blessing as to something that you've been working on in home and family. Okay, so let's see what else you're going to be looking at for Thursday, Friday, Saturday for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay, you want to watch out for any type of misguided passions, any obsessive relationships, any greed, any materialism, any overdoing it with the food, drink, or drugs. Be patient. Okay, have patience. Okay, don't delve into trying to fill the void with something that's not good for you. Okay. Yeah, be patient if you're trying to generate some type of money or generational wealth. If you're trying to have some, yeah, you might even be obsessed, because that temperance card is indicative of Sagittarius as well. So it might be just you being kind of materialistic or obsessed with wealth. But it looks like you're bringing in the Wheel of Fortune. It looks like you're bringing in, some luck, some speed, some progress. You're moving forward with something because you're ready to expand. And yeah, you're operating with some foresight here. This is wonderful for you. And it's because more is going to be revealed to you. Okay, maybe even because of this full moon. The full moon, like I said, is in Cancer. And that's your area of shared finances, endings, new beginnings, and things you're passionate about. And it trines your area of home and family, as well as Scorpio behind the scenes, secret, sacrifice, solitude. So that could be money coming into you. This is justice coming in, allowing you to move forward. Oh, that's wonderful. I love those cards. I'm going to leave it right there for you and go directly to the Fairy Oracle deck and see what you're going to be dealing with for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, from the Fairy Oracle deck. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, positive changes are on the way. A welcome relief from troubled times. You also could be traveling or relocating. Children or childhood. The return of people or romances from your past. You could be remembering events in a better or worse light than they really occurred. So when you're dealing with your childhood or you're dealing with children, your view is a little skewed. You might want to readjust that because those are some issues, looks like, coming up. Now, change, yep, look at that. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Also, you want to embrace your uniqueness. There might be a temporary pause in the action while you reflect to decide what to do. A new relationship or emotional experience, or you could have invitations to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with could also be around. But look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Okay. Also, a financial windfall. There you go. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause is around you as well. Let's see. Do we want to get one more? Because I didn't even say most likely outcomes, but I mean, it's pretty much here. Let's take one more for most likely outcomes. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure and make sure that you are trusting yourself. I'd say your intuition as well. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Taking the next steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams. You could be expanding your plans as well, which makes sense because we saw that card. You are going to continue to move forward. God bless you, Sagittarius. I hope this helped, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye now. Hello, kings and queens. E-Ray Taronic here with your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday astrology. Don't forget that anyone leaving a review for my newest psychological thriller, Deadliest Intuition, will be entered into the raffle to receive one of 3 cash gift cards that will be given away at the end of the month. In addition to that, I am also going to be gifting several readers a few reads from our spotlight for the month of January, who happens to be none other than the illustrious Nico Michelle. She is an associate producer, ghost writer, and author. So definitely check out her novels, Endgame, or even Pose. Her newest novel, Jilted, will be coming out in June under Urban Books. So be sure to pick that up whenever it releases. On Friday, you can check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It is an open forum where you can, well, if you want to participate as an artist, you would have to contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of ICU Reading and Chatting Book Club. But they are open to allowing artists to participate and display their craft, definitely, by putting out one of those freestyle stories. If you love a good review, don't hesitate to check out Robert's Reading Room and Reviews on Facebook as well as on YouTube. If you check out Robert's page on YouTube, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you like the video. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hey there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. E-Ray Taronic here with your horoscope for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, on Thursday, the sun is in Capricorn at 23 degrees, and it's a great day to work on your craft, your product. You could be bringing in friends because of you working on your craft and product. You could be communicating with people, new friends coming in just because they feel like you're real, or maybe even they like your product. You also could be meeting new neighbors for some of you, or just people in your networks of people, especially if you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees. Now, around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Gemini is going to trine Mercury in Aquarius. So this is a blessing if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of Gemini and Aquarius coming into you. This blessing has to do with home and family and shared finances. Okay, it could be if it's not shared finances coming in through home and family, it could be like like sex and intimacy, the passion ramping up in your relationship, allowing you to have the endings and new beginnings that you want to have. You could also be that's pretty much what that is. But remember, at the same time, there's going to be a clash. So you want to take it easy. You want to calm down, especially if you're driving around, you're taking a short trip. You don't want to get into any argument with any arguments with anybody, especially in home and family. Just be mindful of that, because some of your relationships you could have a clash with. Somebody might say something that pisses you off, or you might find yourself having to communicate with somebody in home and family that is kind of tough for you to communicate with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's taking a lot out of you, or you're trying not to argue with them. It could be issues or arguments over money, disputes over resources, or just in general challenging communication. And some of it could throw you off guard. Some of it could be off-putting, because Uranus is going to bring a shock. If you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of Aquarius or Taurus, this is definitely aspecting you. Okay. For some of you, if you're taking a short trip, somebody could call you, or somebody could call you so that you have to take a short trip to come and see somebody. You got to put the energy into going to see somebody, but it's a surprise blessing nonetheless. You see what I'm saying? So it might not necessarily be an argument for some of you. It might be like, okay, say for instance, you haven't seen your sibling in a while, or you haven't seen, you haven't seen somebody in a while, and they up and call you like, hey, one of your old friends, like, hey, I'm in town, can you come and see me? And you're like, oh man, I'm gonna have to drop everything, go over here and see them. So it's making you have to put in that energy to do something, and it's a shock that they're calling you, but it's still a blessing. So if for some of you, it could be something like that. Okay, just check to see if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of Gemini, Aquarius, or in Taurus. Now on Friday, the sun in Capricorn at 24 degrees is a great day to hone your skills, but don't let it get you down. Don't get grumpy because you feel like you're working too hard, or because you're trying to work and then people keep communicating with you, like, keep talking to you, messing with you, whether it's a neighbor or somebody in your networks of people. You have to do this, do that. You working on what you have to work on. You could be doing good at first, and then your success is short-lived because you have other stuff you have to take care of. Don't quit. True success takes time, okay? Little by little, step by step. If you have placements in Capricorn between 21 and 27 degrees, this is definitely aspecting you. I would say if you're having some friction in communication, then you might have placements between that 21 and 27 degrees of Libra, Cancer, or Aries as well. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now moving along on Friday also, because this next transit is two angles of travel that oppose each other for the collective. Be very careful when you're driving on Friday. Okay, you don't want to get into any accidents, especially if you have placements between 19 and 25 degrees. Yeah, I just be mindful of that. Just watch out for that. Really, your areas of travel are Capricorn and Cancer. So I don't really see you getting into any accidents. But if I were you, I would watch out for overspending, overdoing it, or arguing with somebody with money, getting into money issues, having issues with communication, whether personal or interpersonal. You could also be helping out. You could also be discerning who your real friends are. Okay. Who's worth you dealing with, who's not worth you dealing with. Okay. Don't keep helping ungrateful people. Okay. A lot of the time you're dealing with passive aggressive people, especially this week, and you'll peep it. You'll peep when somebody's being passive aggressive with you. One minute they calling you with issues, or they're acting like there's an issue. Then the next minute they're overdoing it and being extra nice to you. That's when they're being passive aggressive. Okay. Be mindful of dealing with people who are jealous, self-centered. If they don't appreciate your help, then stop helping them. It is what it is. But you're going to have issues in partnerships anyway. I mean, in home and family generally, because the full moon is in home and family. So with our natural area, like the collective area of home and family. So you could be having issues or putting a lot of energy into long distance travel, dealing with people at a distance from you. Okay. You might even hear about people at a distance from you backstabbing you, talking about you. Let people go. Just let it go. Don't even worry about it. Let them talk to themselves or about themselves eventually, because you don't have time for it. Period. Flat out. You got better things to do. Okay. You're going to be putting a lot of energy into your education and skills, your morals, your spirituality, and what you think and preach. That being said, be very mindful of not allowing yourself to get into any gossip, arguments, or conflicts in the background. Okay. Because that'll mess up your integrity. And with Mercury going retrograde on Friday the same day, you could regret it. Okay. So trust me when I say, do not let anybody pull you into any challenges, and definitely discern who your real friends are, because it's time to start really letting go of some people. Okay. You might want to wait till after the retrograde to let some people go. Okay. Wait till after the retrograde is clear, and then, but make up in your mind already and start peeping who you going to give the boot to. Okay. Now, also on January, like I was saying, Mercury's going retrograde in Aquarius at 10 degrees. So communication from the past could chime in. You might need to brush up some old skills or some old works. Make sure if communication is coming in from the past, drop the ego, because learning from past mistakes will further healthy communication. If you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees, this is definitely aspecting you. Okay. And you can expect your challenge in communication to be coming from home and family. And it's squaring. I wouldn't really worry about the square to, no, yeah, I would worry about that. Your partnerships in Taurus. Okay. Worry about your relationships and partnerships. It's square in that area. So you could be arguing with people in home and family. Don't argue with them. Let them argue with themselves. You also have your area of Libra in the background. You can have people in home and family talking about you behind your back, trying to impose on your, no, you know what? Wait. Scorpio, I'm sorry. It doesn't square Libra. Take that off. Take that back. It's not squaring Libra. It's squaring Scorpio. So home and family is directly squaring you. So you and your relationships in home and family and in career, that area of Leo could see issues all around. Okay. So some of your partnerships are just not for you. They're just not for you. And it just is what it is. And you're going to have to discern who's not for you. You're going to have to discern who's trying to derail your progress. Who's trying to keep you from making it to where you're trying to make it? Who's trying to distract you? Who's just coming with distractions all the time? Okay, be very, very mindful, because there's some tricky people around you right now. And like I said, some of them are trying to derail your success. Some of them are trying to keep you from working on projects that are more beneficial for you. Work on what's beneficial for you. Okay, and don't let anybody pull you into an environment where you know you don't get along with people. You know, say you might get along with one or two people over there, but you don't get along with the other people. You might have to leave all of them alone and deal with them from a distance, the ones you get along with, because, you know, you can't just fester in negativity. Okay, so just watch out for that. Now, and that's if you have placements between that 7 and 13 degrees, you're going to be feeling this off rip. Also on January the 14th, Ceres goes direct in Taurus at 27 degrees. That's your sector of relationships. So you're going to be moving forward with nurturing relationships, okay? Nurturing your skills, nurturing your worth within relationships. That's the objective, to increase your worth within relationships and to bring relationships into you that are worth it. Okay, if you have placements between 24 and 29 degrees of Taurus, you're going to be working on this, like, you know, immediately. You might even feel some relationships that are worth it coming into you on that day, on the 14th. Okay, and those would be, I'd say, yeah, some social groups. Some social groups you'll come in contact with that you should be nurturing can be a real benefit to you. So just be mindful of that. They can help you accomplish your goals. Just make sure that you're not acting impulsively or making impulsive decisions, because it could lead to financial failure or ruin. Remember what I said. Mind your integrity. Don't jump into anything where your integrity is going to be questioned. Don't get into anybody's conflicts. If people are fighting with each other, let them argue with each other. You don't have anything to do with that. Okay? Captain Saver, you know what I mean. No, that's not what you're going to be this season. Okay. Now, this also can be a day where you're trying to rectify some things that went wrong with finances on Friday, or where you're trying to bring some in general. Now on Sunday, the sun is in Capricorn at 25 degrees and the energies are calming, rewarding. You might even find yourself proud of the things that you've accomplished in communication with your networks of people, with a sibling, even, things that you have accomplished during short distance travel as well. Especially if you have placements between 22 and 28 degrees of that Capricorn, I'd even say Virgo or Taurus, Scorpio or Pisces as well. Okay. All right. Now around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer is going to trine Jupiter and Pisces at 3 degrees. So if you have placements between 0 and 6 degrees of Cancer or Pisces, a lucky blessing is coming into you in the form of opportunity or assistance. Even where your love life has been plagued with hardships, you can have a renewed passion come in if you have those placements between that 0 and 6 degrees of that Cancer and Pisces. But it's going to take discipline, okay, to get that, to really immerse yourself in the richness of whatever this blessing is. Okay. Now for you, Cancer is your area of long distance travel. So you could be dealing with somebody at a distance from you, or the travel could be what the blessing is. Your education and skills. You could be dealing with your education and skills, your morals, your spirituality, or some luck is coming into you through a creative partnership. You might be bringing in a partnership. You might be bringing in a lover that is lucky for you. You might be bringing in a creative endeavor, working on a creative endeavor, bringing in a creative partnership that's lucky for you. Or you might get help with a creative endeavor, or with a child. Maybe even you're talking to a child, and that's the blessing. Okay, it could be any of those things. But romance, creative endeavors, and children is aspected with a blessing, and it's coming at a distance from you, or it has to do with some type of travel. And maybe even what you think and preach, what you say, is bringing in the blessing. But let's look at the cards and find out what we got going on for you for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance for my Scorpio brothers and sisters. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. Okay. Remember what I said. Wait till after the retrograde before you start making these decisions about cutting people off. Okay. Wait till after it goes forward. Mercury goes forward. Make sure we're out of that retrograde. Okay. So you're going to be, look at that, taking some time to rest and reflect. Take some time to rest and reflect, especially, so you can gain some enlightenment, especially if you're feeling like you're having some sort of, I don't want to say like downturn of luck, but like if you feel like your world is being turned upside down, you know, people are trying to have your world turned upside down, or you're lacking some type of closure within a relationship or some type of completion. Maybe you're feeling a sense of restriction or failure to move forward because of an indecision or some type of negativity. It's because you're pausing. You're letting things hold you back. You have to move forward and work on these projects that are important for you, or things that you feel like that you need to be doing, you know, to help yourself ascend. You know, I mean, that's what this channel is all about, ascending. You're going to need to be strategic as to how you move forward now, because you got a lot of people around you trying to stop you. Yep. It could be a mother figure, just because you got the Empress card and it came out upside down. If it's not a mother figure, it could also be a child, your child, that you need to be strategic with as to how you communicate with them. It could be a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising child, or because you got the Queen of Swords out here. It also could be just an air sign child, period, an Aquarius or Gemini. You might be dealing with an Aquarius or Gemini person as well. You need to be strategic as to how you deal with this person and how you communicate with this person. Okay. With that Empress card upside down. Oh, I don't like that Empress card upside down, but yeah, with that Empress card upside down, you could have a block in creativity because you're relying on other people. You also could be having difficulties with an older woman around you. Like I said, possibly a mother, a grandmother. Watch out for jealousy, clinginess, money issues because of them. Or unhealthy responses to money issues, you know, them acting up because of money issues. Okay, that's what's coming out. Wow, they are reading these cards, reading today, honey. Let's see what else we got here. Any other messages you want to give Scorpio? Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. Let me see if they want to give any other. Okay. I think we might. Okay. No, we're going to move on to the other cards. Okay. So let's see what you're going to be dealing with. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance, truth, and clarity for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. Okay. All right. So you have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. You're thinking you're powerless in a situation and you're not. Maybe you're going through a lack of confidence that's keeping you from getting what you want or moving forward as, you know, going for what you want. Go for it because you got it, Scorpio. You're a powerful manifester, okay? There's a better choice. Something you're working on, there's a better choice. Or something is going on, there's a better choice. You're not seeing things clearly. You might be running away from the truth. The way she's skating around, you might even be running away from your path as well. Or people could be diverting you from your true path. Embrace your true purpose and begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. Trust yourself to go for that new adventure that you really, really want to go for. Okay, go for it. Let's see. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively because of sudden or unexpected changes. Okay, what else are your most likely outcomes here? Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. Okay, so you need to be objective. Don't be flipping out this week. Just be objective, you know, be calm. You're going through some type of unfounded fear too, because you're focusing on worst case scenarios. Don't allow worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Okay, that's going to be important for you because plans will work out perfectly. You'll have amazing ideas that lead to rewards, commendations, and gratitude for the blessings of life. Okay, let's get one card from the Angel Oracle deck and see what they want you to know. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance for my Scorpio kings and queens. Let's see what we have here for you guys. Just one card, anything they feel that's important for you to know that I may have left out or overlooked in any way. Let's see here. No, they're really thinking on it. Angels, ancestor, spirit. All right. The angels are prompting you to, to have strength. Personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness. Be kind, but make sure you stand in your power. Okay? Make sure you stay on your throne and keep your crown on. Okay? Make sure you maintain your integrity. Compassion brings about forgiveness, but make sure you're forgiving. If you're forgiving somebody, make sure they're worth it and you're forgiving the right people. Don't forgive somebody who's tearing you apart piece by piece. Don't forgive anybody who's constantly stabbing you in the back. Don't forgive anybody who is always got some jokes for you, putting you down, but they're disguised as jokes. You know what I'm saying? Funny acting ass people. You don't have time for that, okay? Also, you're going to realize that you're stronger than you think you are. Okay? God bless you. You got this, Scorpio. Bye now. Hello, kings and queens. Taronic here with your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday astrology. Don't forget that anyone leaving a review for my newest psychological thriller, Deadliest Intuition, will be entered into the raffle to receive one of 3 cash gift cards that will be given away at the end of the month. In addition to that, I am also going to be gifting several readers a few reads from our spotlight for the month of January, who happens to be none other than the illustrious Nico Michelle. She is an associate producer, ghost writer, and author. So definitely check out her novels, Endgame, or even Pose. Her newest novel, Jilted, will be coming out in June under Urban Books. So be sure to pick that up whenever it releases. On Friday, you can check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It is an open forum where you can, if you want to participate as an artist, you would have to contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of ICU Reading and Chatting Book Club. But they are open to allowing artists to participate and display their craft, definitely, by putting out one of those freestyle stories. If you love a good review, don't hesitate to check out Robert's Reading Room and Reviews on Facebook as well as on YouTube. If you check out Robert's page on YouTube, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you like the video. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign people. Taronic here with your horoscope for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, so let's get into it. On Thursday, the sun is in Capricorn at 23 degrees. This is your sector of, relationships. So this is a great day to work on your product, on your craft. It's also a day that you could be meeting new friends, forming new partnerships because people see you as real. They might even see you as beneficial, or talented. If you have placements between that 20 and 26 degrees, this is definitely aspecting you. And you could be bringing in new people, even in career and your networks of people, neighbors. You could be meeting people during short distance travel. You could be bringing in new relationships as far as lovers, new people to hang out with, especially if you have placements between that 20 to 26 degrees of Scorpio. Okay. Let's move along. Okay. So, well, okay. If you have placements in Virgo between 20 to 26 degrees or Taurus, you could be bringing in new friends and new social groups, communicating with new people around your neighborhood as well. Okay. I started to be lazy, and then I was like, no, just go ahead and read the rest. Tell them the rest. Read those transits. Okay. Anyway, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Gemini at 10 degrees is going to try Mercury in Aquarius. So obviously this is a blessing of some sort of communication. Maybe they're helping you to accomplish a goal. Maybe you're communicating with friends. Maybe you're getting blessed communication during short distance travel. Either way, the blessing is coming into you. Okay. And this has to do with you. This has to do with behind the scenes, secret, sacrifice, solitude. So the blessing that's coming into you could be secret. Maybe not everybody knows about it. Aquarius is your area, and this is where the communication is coming from. So it could be about shared finances communicated to you. That's a blessing that provides healing or closure. It could be sex and intimacy behind the scenes that you feel is a blessing. Maybe it's somebody that you've been wanting to hook up with, and you do. Especially if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of Gemini and Aquarius. You could be having the endings and new beginnings that you want, maybe even traveling to see someone. Just make sure that you stay calm on that day, because at the very same time, you have a clash in communication as far as shared finances, as far as sex and intimacy. You could either be just putting in a lot of work, or something sudden happens, okay, with friends, goals, and social groups. All right. Maybe you get into an argument with one of your friends about something that you're passionate about. It could have to do with money. It could be a dispute about money or worth or something like that. And it's going to be sudden. Maybe it's going to catch you off guard. Okay. It's going to happen in the evening. Yeah. Yeah, I would think it would happen in the evening. Well, no, it might not happen in the evening. It could happen in the day, because all day Aquarius is going to be at that 10 degrees squaring Taurus. So it could happen anytime during the day where you could get into an argument about money, and you might even run into somebody. So just be mindful on Thursday. Something sudden could happen, some type of dispute. Okay. So with a friend. All right. Or maybe even a challenge to a goal that you're trying to make, and all of a sudden you can't accomplish that goal. So just watch out if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees. Now on Friday, 7 and 13 degrees of Aquarius and Taurus, I'm sorry. Now on Friday, the sun is in Capricorn at 24 degrees. You know what? Let me tell you what those square as well. Let me go back just a little more. Because that's Aquarius and Taurus squaring each other, where that shot with a friend, do know the other squaring areas, like for the T square, are Leo and Scorpio. Okay. So it could be someone you hang out with. It could be a romantic partner, or it could be a child, and it could be about money and resources. If you have placements in Leo or Scorpio between that 7 and 13 degrees. All right. So just be mindful of that. Now on Friday, the sun in Capricorn is at 24 degrees, and it's a great day to have to hone your skills. Just don't let anything put you in a grumpy mood, any of your partnerships, okay? Because success with partnerships could be short-lived, but anything that you're trying to accomplish could take time. It takes time. Success takes time. So say, for instance, it's short-lived. We're talking about relationships. Say, for instance, you and your partner have good communication, or you and your partner have some good loving or something like that. Shortly after, you could have an argument, so it's like, you just gotta watch it, especially if you have placements between 21 and 27 degrees of Capricorn, and the areas that square that area are Libra and Aries, and it directly aspects your sign in Cancer. Okay. So yeah, you could really get into an argument. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of accidents as well on that day, because The area, our collective area of Gemini and Sagittarius are opposing one another, and that has to do with travel and communication, so arguments and also accidents. So watch out for accidents during travel. Mind the road and don't do anything impulsive, okay? It's going to be aspecting relationships, your partnerships, where Juno is. So your commitments within partnerships could you could see some issues. You could see some issues, especially as it pertains to, things going on behind the scenes, things hampering your closure, things, hampering your healing and things like that, especially during your daily routines. It could be things hampering your health as well, stress, work, health, daily routines, where you are of service to others is directly aspecting the background, gossip, people gossiping about you in the background, and that could be bothering you as well. Okay. Don't keep giving to people that are ungrateful. Don't keep doing for people that are ungrateful. Okay, because much of the time you're dealing with jealous people, self-centered people, people who are passive aggressive, people who like to say bad things about you but disguise it as a joke. Hee ha. That's come on, you don't have time for stuff like that. Okay, people are trying to cause challenges for you in the background. You already know the full moon is coming up. It's in your sign. It's squaring home and family, it's squaring career, and it's squaring your relationships. So you're going to have to put energy into those areas, and you're going to have people in those areas that you're getting into it with. Okay, that's plain and simple, especially with on the 14th, Mercury going retrograde. Mercury is going retrograde at 10 degrees in Aquarius. So communication from the past could chime in. You might need to brush up old skills or works. Make sure when you're dealing with your partnerships and things like that, and when you're dealing with shared finances, endings, new beginnings, things you're passionate about, and even sex and intimacy, that you are dropping the ego and learning from past mistakes. Healthy communication. Dropping the ego helps to further healthy communication, especially if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees. And I'd say 7 and 13 degrees of Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, or Scorpio, because all of those angles kind of make a T-square. So if you have challenges and arguments with communication about shared finances or sex, it's going to be with maybe even a friend or within a social group you're arguing about finances, or you don't have the shared finances to go out and do what you want or to accomplish the goals you're trying to accomplish. It's directly aspecting your money and your resources. So you might find yourself even overspending or having to put money out for, or share finances out for a romantic partner, paying out too much money, or for a child, hanging out, having fun. You could find yourself just spending a lot of money, and it can make you kind of annoyed. Okay. Now on the 14th, Ceres is going to go direct. So the nurturing you're trying to put into your friends and your goals, even your social groups, or even increasing your worth as it pertains to your friends and social groups, is going to be ramped up. If you have placements between 24 and 29 degrees of Taurus, you're going to be feeling this, pretty much off rip. Just make sure that you don't make any impulsive decisions, because it could lead to financial failure or ruin. In fact, Friday could be a day where you're trying to recoup some type of money or finances, or figure out how you can gain some type of, money or worth, increase your worth in some way. Now, on the 15th, on Saturday, the sun is in Capricorn at 25 degrees, and the energies are calming. They're rewarding. You might find yourself proud of all the things you've accomplished within your relationships and things like that. But your success can be short-lived, so just be mindful of that. Okay, you could find yourself getting along with somebody in home and family. Your relationships are going good, then boom, an argument pops up. So just be mindful that success can be short-lived as it pertains to your relationships, especially if you have placements between 22 and 28 degrees of Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, any of those signs. Okay, now around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in your sign is going to trine Jupiter in Pisces. Okay, so home and family is going to be on the mind. Okay, you could get some lucky assistance coming into you. Some sort of blessing could be communicated to you, maybe from someone at a distance from you. It could be communicated to you. Maybe it's about travel. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe what you think and preach. Maybe your education and skills. Maybe you get some sort of lucky blessing as it pertains to that as well. So those are the things that are aspecting you, especially if you have placements between 0 and 6 degrees of Cancer or Pisces. You can expect that blessing to be coming in. Now let's look at what you're going to be dealing with. Oh, we got one already. Trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. Meditation and prayer will be very important, and you can get messages that way. But justice is coming in for you. Just take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end because fair and objective decisions will be made. And maybe this is even regarding, fair and objective decisions will be made. I'll just say that. Now, let go of people or things that no longer serve you, because now is the time to focus on your career for those of you who are still, working, or even entrepreneurs. So let's look at your most likely outcomes for, whoa, those popped out fast. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas should be implemented, okay? A financial windfall could come through. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause could come about. So maybe even somebody who you don't expect to be supporting you is supporting you. You can do anything. Just take charge of your life, because you can manifest what you need to be successful, Cancer. Let me get one card from the Angel Oracle deck. Anything that I may have left out, anything that they feel is important for you or pertinent to your journey for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Trustworthy, honorable, devoted, and cautious. Someone you can completely trust is around you. It could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, sun, moon, or rising sign person. A situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor. Some of you could also be seeing a counselor, and if you are, you can trust that counselor, okay? God bless you, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye now. Hello, kings and queens. E-Ray Taronic here with your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday astrology. Don't forget that anyone leaving a review for my newest psychological thriller, Deadliest Intuition, will be entered into the raffle to receive one of 3 cash gift cards that will be given away at the end of the month. In addition to that, I am also going to be gifting several readers a few reads from our spotlight for the month of January, who happens to be none other than the illustrious Nico Michelle. She is an associate producer, ghost writer, and author. So definitely check out her novels, Endgame, or even Pose. Her newest novel, Jilted, will be coming out in June under Urban Books. So be sure to pick that up whenever it releases. On Friday, you can check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It is an open forum where you can, if you want to participate as an artist, you would have to contact Ebony Evans. She is the president of I See You Reading and Chatting Book Club, but they are open to allowing artists to participate and display their craft, definitely, by putting out one of those freestyle stories. If you love a good review, don't hesitate to check out Robert's Reading Room and Reviews on Facebook as well as on YouTube. If you check out Robert's page on YouTube, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you like the video. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hello, Pisces, sun, moon, or rising sign people. E-Ray Taronic here with your astrology for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So let's check out what we have here. Now, on Thursday, the sun is in Capricorn at 23 degrees. It's a great day to work on your craft or build your product. You can also be bringing in friends, because you're real, or friends because they appreciate the product that you're actually putting out. You could be meeting new social groups or delving into new social groups and things like that. Some social groups where you were already eyeballing, and those are goals you were trying to accomplish. So if you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees of Capricorn, I'd even say Scorpio, because that's your area of education and skills, what you think and preach. Scorpio, Pisces, or even Taurus or Virgo. You could see, all of this coming in, new partnerships, relationships, communicating with people that are a benefit to you, that allow you to expand your reach and things like that. Okay. Now, later on around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Gemini at 10 degrees is going to trine Mercury in Aquarius. So a blessing could be communicated to you regarding your goals, regarding your skills. I'd say even regarding home and family in general behind the scenes. Okay, some type of blessing could come in. Okay, try to keep it harmonious, especially if you're traveling with family. You could be garnering some type of closure for home and family, some healing. You could be working on your solitude for a home-based business, and it turns out to be a blessing for you. If you have placements in Libra between that 7 and 13 degrees as well, you might even be bringing in some shared finances, or there could be a boost in sex and intimacy for your relationship. Okay. But just be mindful that at the same time that Mercury in Aquarius, just be mindful that at the same time that Mercury in Aquarius is at that 10 degrees, it's going to square Uranus and Taurus. So something shocking is going to come about. Some shocking communication, some that's not so good. Maybe you hear about some gossip around your networks of people, maybe about a neighbor, maybe you hear about a neighbor or someone in your networks of people talking about you, maybe even a sibling, and it shocks you, or you get into an argument with a sibling. But I don't think this is anything right out, because it's Aquarius is your area of secret, sacrifice, solitude. So you could hear a shocking secret about somebody. Okay, it could be a sibling, a neighbor, someone in your networks of people, something one of them said about you as well. So try not to argue or fight. Try not to get any disputes with anybody over money or anything like that. It might even be a dispute over money. So if you have placements between 7 and 13 degrees of Aquarius and Taurus, I watch out for that. Okay. On Friday, the sun is in Capricorn at 24 degrees, and that's a great day to hone your skills. Just don't allow yourself to get grumpy, with friends, or because of what a friend said, or if a goal you're trying to accomplish doesn't get accomplished, because the success you're having could be short-lived on Friday. Just don't quit, because true success takes time. Okay, be mindful of that, especially when it comes to accomplishing your goals. If you have placements between 21 and 27 degrees of Capricorn, this is definitely aspecting you. It squares your areas of Aries, which is money and resources, but healing is there. I wouldn't worry about that. It also squares your area of Libra, though. So shared finances, you could have some short-lived success in shared finances. Say, for instance, you get some shared finances, but it spends quick. Say, for instance, you have some good loving going on with your partner, and then you guys get into an argument after that. So those kind of things could happen. If you have those placements in Aries or Libra as well, between that 21 and 27 degrees. Cancer too. Okay. In Cancer too. And that could be dealing with a child, a creative endeavor, or a lover. Now also be mindful of travel on Friday. Okay, back and forth, because those angles for the collective are aspected. Communication, your skills, and travel. So arguments, accidents and things like that, are very possible, especially if you have placements between 19 and 25 degrees of Gemini, Sagittarius, or Capricorn. Now, because The moon in Gemini at 22 degrees is opposing the challenges that you've been having in that area of career of Sagittarius. While it's aspecting a commitment, maybe some type of commitment you were supposed to have to whatever you master or in career, as far as dealing with friends or dealing with social groups and things like that. You could have some issues, personal or interpersonal. Okay, you could also be discerning who your real friends are when you're dealing with social groups and friends and things like that. Just don't keep helping people who are ungrateful or who are talking behind your back, because a lot of times you could be dealing with people who are jealous, self-centered, people who are trying to pose challenges for you in the background. Relationships are going to need work anyway. You know, with the full moon in Cancer, your area of romance, creative endeavors, and children, money and sex could be an issue. Also, friends and social groups can be an issue, and things could be revealed in all of those areas. Or you could just be putting a lot of energy into trying to make money, a lot of energy in trying to increase sex and intimacy with your partner and things like that. Okay? Or get into the social groups you want to get into, or even to accomplish your goals. Now, be mindful that Mercury is going retrograde also on the 14th in Aquarius at 10 degrees. So this is your area of secret, sacrifice, solitude, and closure. So communication from the past could chime in. You might need to brush up some old skills or old works. Drop the ego, because learning from the past, you know, it furthers healthy communication. Know who you can't deal with. Know who you can deal with. Know who is constantly taking you through the same old problems all the time in the background. Who's always gossiping about you. And then you back friends with them again. Stop it. You know, that area of Aquarius is secret, sacrifice, solitude. Hampering your closure is neighbors, your networks of people. For some of you, siblings. You're finding out what they're saying about you. Gossip. Scorpio is your area of long distance travel. You even got people at a distance from you lying on you, misstating what you said. Okay. Having people question your morals. You know, you got the area of Leo, work, health, daily routines, where you are of service to others, people that you normally see doing your daily routines or at work, gossiping about you, you know, gossiping about your health, gossiping about your habits, what you do, you know, the drugs you do, what you eat, what you drink, how, oh, she was drunk yesterday and blah, blah, blah. You know, be mindful of that, because that's all going to be happening and going down. Okay, especially if you have placements in any of those signs between 7 and 13 degrees, you're feeling it off rip. You might already be feeling it now. Now, also in January, Ceres is going to go direct in Taurus at 27 degrees. So this is where you're trying to nurture communication with those you do want to communicate with, in siblings you do want to get along with, people you do want to get along with, that in your networks of people, neighbors, nurturing you, building your worth during short distance travel. That's the objective here. So if you have placements in Taurus between 24 and 29 degrees, you're going to be raring to go, you know, to try to nurture that area. Just please be mindful of being impulsive and making impulsive decisions, because it could lead to financial failure or ruin. Okay. And Friday could actually be a day where you're actually working on that, trying to rectify some iffy finances. Now on Sunday, the sun is in Capricorn at 25 degrees, and the energies are harmonious and rewarding, or calming. Not, you know, they're calming, they're rewarding. You might even be proud of all you've accomplished in the area of friends, goals, and social groups as well, especially if you have placements between 22 and 28 degrees of Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, or Virgo. Okay, your partnerships can really show up for you and help you to expand your reach. Now around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer is going to trine Jupiter in your sign at 3 degrees. So if you have placements between 0 and 3 degrees of Cancer or Pisces, you could have some type of lucky blessing or assistance come in. Even where your love life has been plagued with hardships, you can have a renewed passion come in, but it's going to take discipline. Okay, with no matter what you're working on. Okay, and this looks like some luck coming in directly to you, you know, regarding a lover, a creative endeavor, or even a child. Okay, if you have those placements between that 0 and 6 degrees. Now let's look at the cards and see what you're going to be dealing with for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. what the what Spirit has to say. Since we looked at the transits, what the transits have to say, let's look at what Spirit has to say. Okay, so we got some type of money aspect thing. It looks like some type of abundance, some type of harmony aspecting that has to do with your stability, maybe even your confidence, maybe even home and family, where you've been really trying to hold on to money. You're submitting yourself at the top of a hill so you can bring this in. Okay, and you might be working with a partner to do that, a lover to do that. So you and your partner or you and your lover might be trying to work on money. Yeah, money and investments. Or maybe even working on what to invest in. Okay, just make sure that you don't get into any conflicts about money, about investments, or even about love. You know, how much is invested in love. Okay, you got the 7 of Cups, but the 7 of Cups came out upside down. So because it came out upside down, you definitely want to be mindful of illusions. Okay, diversionary tactics put out by other people. You know, you might be too attached to a particular relationship, environment, or project, and you can't see the potential problems that might come about and lead to disappointment. Try not to escape into false realities by doing drugs or anything like that. Face everything realistically, head on. Okay? All right? No lying to yourself, Pisces. You want to be very, very mindful, especially about romantic endeavors, children, and creative endeavors, because that's where that full moon is culminating. And you got to be real honest with yourself about money, resources, friends. All right, some type of, it looks like some type of, you're causing yourself some type of immobility. You got the Hangman upside down, and yeah, you might be causing yourself some type of immobility. But this immobility might be because of, is it a fear of change? Here, let me see. I want to make sure I'm, reading this right. It might be a fear of, yeah, it's a fear of change. You're scared of making some type of life decision. You might be avoiding a life decision because of, fear of change. And if you do that, you're betraying yourself by just trying to stay in your comfort zone. Okay? That's not what you want to do. Let the sun come out. Okay? Let the sun come out. More is going to be illuminated to you. Allow the sun to come in. You're going to have positive changes. You got the World card too. You got a lot of positive changes coming. A lot of positive changes. Just be mindful of an older, oppressive older woman around you maybe, or a mother figure who might be having a bad reaction to money issues or money problems or something like that. Just be mindful of that. But you have so many things changing. You know, you have so many good things coming into you. So don't sit in a state of illusions. Be real with yourself. Okay. Let's see what other cards we can get for you. Messages of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What are they going to be dealing with? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. Got the first card says, yes, it's the Star card. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. I like that. Okay. Let's see what else we can get because we want. Okay. We got the Hermit. Find or be a mentor. Make sure you take a break from society when you need to and commit to your spiritual growth. Prayer is very important. Meditation is as well. And you're going to need that because you're going to have a lot of stress from doing too many things at once or too many things happening at once. But you will be successful multitasking, okay? But just look out for sudden events and changes. And remember what I said about travel. Remember what I said about issues at home and family. Don't get into any. If I didn't say that, I'm saying it now. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust. You might be taking care of other people too much, so be mindful of that, taking care of your own deeper needs, and let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event or a situation that could lead to important opportunities could come about. Now let's see what your most likely outcomes are, even though I got way too many cards on that one. So maybe I'll just do a couple for your most likely outcomes. Okay, most likely outcomes. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, and you could also be in the spotlight. But there will be opposing goals arising from differing opinions. You might be arguing with somebody, okay? Feeling at odds with yourself or others. You could have overly ambitious people around you. Remember, people talking about you, people gossiping about you, people in your networks of people at work, during your daily routines, a sibling. You know, I mean, you could find out a lot of people might have your name in your mouth more than you have your name in your mouth. It looks like they need to find something to do. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden or unexpected changes. Okay, so let's look at what we have for your Angel Oracle deck. Anything that they feel you need to know that I may have left out. Beautiful. The Sun. A time of great joy and success. Brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities. Plans that work out perfectly. Gratitude to the divine. Which tells me, let the haters hate. Because you are going to be okay, Pisces. God bless you. And I will see you on Monday. Bye now.